about 3 weeks ago, Mayor Sohi and there was somebody else that was on Chet again, and they were talking about ridership, bike lane ridership. And I love these kind of conversations, and I wish sometimes I was a talk show host, because Mayor Sohi had said, oh, ridership is up 7%. Well, if there's 100 people riding and it increases by 7%, that's 7 more people. That's not a lot of people. And by the way, the population grew by 10%. So to say that the ridership goes up 7% actually means that there's less people per 100,000 that are actually riding their bikes on these paths. So it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me. You had mentioned bus lanes and stuff like that, so I'll just kind of segue that into the LRT expansion going south. So as everybody knows, it's going west right now to Lewis Estates. That one, I mean, we're so far down the path, it's got to be completed. We spent so much money on it. The one from the old Heritage Mall site, which is now Century Park, that goes down to Ellerslie Road. So Lauren Gunter wrote an article a year ago, and the cost was like $1.25 billion. 6 months later, before they put shovels in the ground, the cost escalated to 1.5. You all know that by the time this is going to be done, it's going to be $2 billion, right? It's going to be easily $2 billion to finish that leg of the LRT. Here's the interesting part about the article, I thought, though. The anticipated ridership is going to be 15,000 daily riders. So if you take an average of $4 a trip, that's $60,000 a day. That's $21.8 million a year. If it costs $2 billion to build that line, it'll take 100 years to pay that off. That doesn't include interest. If you calculate interest, it's going to be more like 140 years to pay off that portion of the LRT line. The other part about that is, I'm sure there are people from Ellerslie that drive to Century Park right now to catch the LRT. So that 15,000 number actually just makes it convenient for probably half those people. So the added revenue is going to be way less than what it is. So we're all saddled with that. My last point about LRTs, and I say this all the time, if we're going to spend money on LRTs, and we've already gone down that path, why isn't that where all your high density and medium density housing is? Like, why wouldn't you build in your own ridership? Put your high rises there. Bonnie Doon Mall, and I wish Justin was here as well. Bonnie Doon, they took the traffic circle out because the LRT runs there. They had a whole bunch of like really low-end fourplexes in there. And actually one of my friends had the demolition contract for a bunch of them before they built the high rise. And the day that they actually did the demolition, they actually had to do a body count to make sure that because there are people sleeping in there still. The backhoe was coming and they still had to clear people out. So that's how bad it was in there. Now they have a great big high rise. I think it's 27 floors. It looks fantastic. They've got another 12-story unit building that's going to open up in the next couple months. That is good progress. And now you have hundreds and hundreds of people that actually would use that station. That makes sense to me. If you're going to do this, allocate that land so they actually have high density.
On October 20th, vote for council that works for you. Vote Rob Fediuk for Ward Anirniq. Your choice in the 2025 Edmonton municipal election. Pacenow.ca. Your solution for Edmonton.